Answers after police. People in Senatobia are demanding answers after police shot and killed a child while responding to a shoplifting at Walmart. This is cell phone video from a witness outside the store on Highway 51. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is now taking a closer look at what happened.
A friend of mine, it was me, my son, and another friend of mine was at Walmart. As we was leaving out the Walmart, they tried to stop her, but I kept walking because it had nothing to do with me. By the time me and my baby got in the car, she came, and then when we was backing up, they was running out the come. I raised my baby up because they reached the gun.
All right, let's stop the video. I know it's, we're going to stop it sooner than later because let's just address this situation. Now, here's the thing, right? You're with a friend in Walmart. You're shopping. You're going about your merry way. The cops, for whatever reason, they call your friend. You keep walking because it has nothing to do with you. Bull crap. I'm with a friend. I'm in Walmart. The cop calls my friend. She or he continues walking. Guess what? I'm going to step over to the cop and we're going to have a conversation. Officer such and such, what's going on? You are automatically going to subtract yourself from that situation. You're going to allow that cop to know that you had nothing to do with whatever it is that's going on. And you're going to say, you know something, I'm just going to stand here with my baby. Why would you walk to the car knowing two things? That's your friend's car and she's trying to evade police. That's your friend's car and she's trying to evade police. Why would you continue walking? Why would you put your baby in the same car that's now part of the situation? It doesn't make any sense.
My baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. So she was backing up and she hit a car. By the time I sat my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots. One of the shots hit him in his rib cage, and the other shots hit her in her arm and her thigh. And we left and went to Senatobia hospital where he was pronounced dead. And they told me I wasn't gonna be able to see him until he get back from Jackson.
Your ass should be charged for reckless endangerment. Reckless endangerment. That's what you should be charged with. The other thing that's really bizarre to me is the fact that your friend, the one who the police was pursuing, she was driving, and from what I hear, she almost ran over them. So, of course, they had to do what they had to do to stop the situation. But this young lady, Miss Bonnethead, and that's another thing. How can she conduct an interview hours later? I don't even think it's a day later. No emotions whatsoever. No tears, no emotions. As if she's just talking about a long distance friend or something. I've seen people show more emotions for friends than this lady is showing for her 1-year-old kid. Once again, why would anybody put their child in danger? And then she claims that she held the child up. Why would you hold the child up? At this point in time, the child becomes a shield, a target. Who's to say by the time they were ready to pull the trigger, okay, hold the baby up. This is stupid. You put your baby in harm's way by getting into that vehicle. Not the cops. It's your fault. And that's the problem that I have. Black people, they don't love to accept accountability. They're not accountability holders. You were in the wrong. And of course, you're going to see all these people come out to defend her cause. Meanwhile, she is the cause of the entire situation. Your baby is not here, lady. It's your fault. Your baby is not here because you did not protect your child.
She got ill and the police told me I couldn't leave out the hospital where they had out. And the crowd was questioning them, asking them what happened. They was like, she was shoplifting. But the passenger, it was me. They wasn't talking about me. They was talking about the driver. But on the little, what's it called, self-checkout, it's cameras. They can see when she got the diapers and walked out. But yeah, they tried to say that she...
Isn't it ironic? They always surround themselves with assholes. Isn't it ironic? They always surround themselves with idiots. And you claim that your friend was stealing diapers. Are we sure that she wasn't stealing the diapers for you? Because you're the one with the baby. Maybe she has a baby too, because they all have babies. None of them are married. You never see the father in the situation, but they all have babies. From the time the coochies are able to produce and procreate, that's all they do. Sit at home in bonnets and have a ton of children. And don't accept accountability and accept and apply for a ton of welfare. This is ridiculous. And instead of people, right, within the community hold her responsible and accountable for her negligence, they're out here rioting in front of Walmart. What the hell does Walmart have to do with this situation? The end result of the situation did not end in Walmart. They suspected she was stealing, which she was, okay, and they have to get their products back. It's not your product to have. You just cannot walk into the store and take it. Yes, you guys may feel entitled, but that's not how life works. So now that they're trying to recover their stuff, unfortunately, an incident took place. It got out of hand, so to speak.
He forcefully was trying to drive and hit them, but they was all on the right side, and she was driving towards the left. They just personally just shot in the car. They didn't charge me. They ain't charged me with nothing. They just let me go. And they didn't say nothing. They just kept telling the crowd that they was shoplifting.
Look at the nonsense. None of these people, I'm pretty certain, have jobs. You're out here fighting for a cause that does not need to be fighting for. This is crazy. Allow this young lady to accept accountability. This is nuts. Everybody's out here fighting for a cause. Take your ass to work. It's not enough time in the day to be standing out there protesting in front of Walmart. Walmart had nothing to do with the situation. The ending part of the situation did not end at Walmart. So you're telling me that it's okay to steal from Walmart. And I can guarantee you everybody who's standing out there probably have stolen from Walmart at some point in time.
They got a bus load. They got a bus load. They got a bus load.
You are quick on the draw, let me tell you. So y'all bust these folks in. There was only a few locals there. Y'all bust these protesters in. Signs already made and everything. Just come equipped. It's fucking crazy. But why you bust them to Walmart to protest? What Walmart have anything to do with this other than trying to stop someone from stealing their shit?
Exactly.
That's what a lot of y'all don't realize. It affects the entire community. Corporations are now taking their stores and shit out of communities like these where people steal a lot of their shit. They're tired of the loss. They're tired of doing it. They're tired of putting people in danger. They're tired of all this shit. So when they took the most recent one out, y'all was mad at the corporation. How dare you leave our community high and dry? Zero accountability.
They're going to continue taking out a lot of stores. And I see it for the near future. Unfortunately, more orders are probably going to have to be done online because these people, they can't stop stealing. They can't stop stealing. They don't acquire the proper education. They don't acquire the proper skill set. They do not acquire the proper jobs in order to sustain a proper life. And therefore, they keep stealing to compensate for their losses in life. So yeah, I see a lot of stores closing. Not to mention this teen takeover bull crap that's endangering people left and right. And they're so stupid to me. They make absolutely no sense. If you keep taking from something and you're not reinvesting back into the something that you keep taking, this is basic subtraction. Eventually, you're going to have nothing. And when these stores go out of business, they're going to be the first one complaining, nobody cares about the hood. Nobody does anything for the inner cities. This is dumb. You people are the problem within the inner cities. They're trying to give you the same luxuries as everybody else. This is 2026.
So Pepper, we are backing up because we're starting to ingest a little bit of that tear gas at this point. But if you take a look over there, and Kim's going to try his best whilst remaining safe to make sure he gives you. Officers are kicking some of those pellets around, trying to clear people out of this area. You can see some of the gentlemen over there having masks on. Obviously, a lot of people, as you heard, were crowded around this Walmart, as you said on Sunday. That is where the shooting happened. And many of people were trying to make sure they were advocating for the Senatobia community, for the greater Mississippi community, and particular, they tell me, for Black communities. Now, I apologize again. We're trying to back as far away as possible because the tear gas is slowly but surely moving in our direction. But you can see plenty of people are scattered around this Walmart trying to make sure they are remaining as safe as possible. People have been telling me all day today, excuse me, sir, people have been telling me all day today that they are trying as much as possible to keep one another safe. Excuse me. And they are trying to make sure that they are doing their job. Now, we are as quickly as possible moving away from all of this. You can hear my voice is getting harder and harder to talk about all of this. But people are clearing from this area, holding one another. I saw a couple of people interlocking arms, trying to get each other as far away from this area as possible.
So word, rumor, I don't know how true it is now. In Mississippi, down in Sardis, approximately like maybe 15 minutes from Senatobia, where the white police killed the black baby. But word is, because of my opinion, and not only my opinion of the police officer unaliving the baby, I also told some black people, fuck they babies. Bitch, I hope their baby the next victim. Because they so mad at me for saying, y'all went down there and asked for peace. Y'all begging for peace, just like y'all slaves ask for freedom. Y'all begging for this shit, but y'all ain't causing no violence against the motherfucker that really want to wipe you out. But y'all ready to cause violence against a motherfucker like me because of an opinion. You feel me? So this one dude, as I was going live, this one dude saying, oh, I used to fuck with you, but now I want to beat your ass. Bitch, go beat your baby ass before your baby die. Because we all know, if it was your baby, you would want that same reaction that I'm getting from the people. You would not want them to be throwing no more. You would not want them to be holding no sign with no glitter on them. Glitter?
Jesus have
bitches
mercy,
so have
Lord.
nunchucks on them bitches. But yeah, that's why they supposed to jump on my little brother. But, lo and behold, I've never had such a supportive team down in my city. I've never had it until they with my brother had. Y'all are being so supportive because I've been wanting to whoop his ass for so long for stealing my damn grill and putting it in his mouth and then telling me he ain't worried about what I'm talking about. When I asked him about it, about paying me, he ain't worried about what I'm talking about. He on some more shit. Look like your ass was on the ground. But them doing me a favor? No, that ain't the best part. Them whooping my brother ass ain't the best part.
I can't endure any more of this. This guy was born to be an idiot. Facts, point blank, period. This guy was born to be an idiot. I don't know what he's talking about. He's all over the place. I can't even understand what it is that he's saying. His vernacular, I'm over it. These people need to go back to school and stay their asses in school. Take a ton of English courses, literature, composition courses, writing courses. I don't know what the hell he's trying to say. This guy is clearly an idiot.
So we all listened to that lady say that the police drew their guns and she held her baby up like this, and then her friend drove to the left, and then the police fired into the car. So she sat here and she told us that her baby was a shield, right?
Right.
We all heard her say she got in the car. Whatever the police was stopping her friend about didn't have nothing to do with her. She got in the car, and then the police drew their guns and she held the baby up like, ma'am, when me and my babies went to the car, they got in the car seat. My babies was in a car seat for a few years, actually. My babies sat in car seats. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you can see a gun drawn and you hold your baby up like this.
Stupid
now you got
and
these
dumb.
dumbass niggas protesting. You got people on the news like, and they killed a 1-year-old baby. Like, I don't know, man. It's actually very, very fucking sickening. it's tiring. It's tiring. This whole victimhood story, this whole everybody's a racist, the cops are all the cops is wrong, and you know, here's this fucking lady in a bonnet.
Right.
In a bonnet doing an interview, telling us out her mouth that she held her baby up when she saw the guns being drawn. Like, I'm exhausted. All I can say is when police try to stop me, I pull over. I pull over when police ask me to. And before I start my car, my babies is in their car seat strapped.
It's so fatiguing. It is extremely fatiguing. And I see why people are running around saying that they have black fatigue. This is bull crap. Like, when are black people going to get their shit together? This is 2026. There's no apprehension. Stop with the victimhood mentality. There's nobody trying to hold you back. In fact, there's nobody who cares. At this point in time, other races want you to be successful, because if you become successful, there's less stress on everybody else, because we don't have to worry about you trying to rob us or trying to take what's not yours. Nobody's trying to hold you back at this point in time. It's 2026. You guys have to learn how to think outside of the box. You have to put yourself in different situations in order. You have to allow that brain to expand and put you in different scenarios. Learn to observe things from the inside as well as the outside. Before you come to social media or before you make drastic decisions in life, critical and analytical thinking is a must. You have to learn. In order to survive in this world, you have to understand critical and analytical thinking. If you do not know how to think, you will be an absolute bloody jackass. You will be an idiot. You have to understand the ethics of life. With every effect, with every cause and effect, there is a reaction. You had no business getting into the car. None whatsoever. If you know that your friend is about to be on the run, why will you take your ass and get into the vehicle, and not only take your stupid self and get into the vehicle, but put your child in harm's way? This is ridiculous and is wasting everybody's time. And I'm not going to waste my time because I have a lot of shit to do in my day. And I don't have time to pay attention to the foolishness. If you guys want to go out there and boycott and walk around and do what you want to do and protest and march until you have no soles left on your shoes, then that's up to you and your crazy ass. But me personally, I'm not. I can see things for what it is.
And now, before you hear from one of our community activists, we're going to have you hear from baby Kohen's mother, who is still 1 week later.
What is wrong with Benjamin Crump? What is wrong with this guy? Why is he reading like that? Does he not understand the case that he's representing? Does he not know the baby's name? Why are you looking down onto the paper? Did you just take this case in a hurry that you don't even know what's going on? I'm such and such, this is such and such, the baby is such and such, and this is who I'm here representing. Why are we looking on the paper? I'm telling you, you have to have a lot of patience to deal with this nonsense.
Still having nightmares and having panic attacks. Obviously, nothing can compare to a mother losing their child, especially being shot while.
This is how you know this is all scripted, because if a person comes to you and you're an attorney and they express their emotions and their feelings, it's going to stick within you. Unless you have something going on up top, it's going to register and it's going to stick, and you're going to stand up there and you're going to verbalize and articulate exactly what it is that's going on with your client. My client is suffering with anxiety, depression, and and blam, blam, blam. That's it. Why is he reading this script?
The baby is in her arms. So she is doing her best to try to keep it together through all the confusion and all of the mental anguish. So you all keep her in prayer. Keep standing up and loving on her so she knows that she's not alone in trying to get to the truth and get to justice. Y'all stand to your feet and let's shout justice for baby Kohen so she knows she's not alone. Justice for baby Kohen! 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 Thank you. Felicia, we're going to stand here because I don't know if the stand is...
Hey everyone, my name is Kohen Wiley. I'm the mother of baby Kohen. I watched my baby take his first breath and I watched my baby take his last breath. I'm still in disbelief about the traumatizing event that occurred that took my one and only child, baby Kohen. I ask that you keep my family in your prayers and justice for baby Kohen.
Justice for baby Kohen! Justice for baby Kohen! Justice for baby Kohen!
Look at her face the entire time. Where's the tears? Where's the emotions? Where's the tears? Where's the emotions? Where's the tears and where's the emotions?
Justice for baby Kohen! Justice for baby Kohen! Ms. Robertson, will you come and talk about some of the things with the panic attacks and so forth with your baby? I know that people need to know what she's going through.
Since this incident occurred, my daughter's up at night. She's crying, and I know it hurt her because they together all day.
How is she up and crying at night when she's not even crying in front of the camera? The first couple hours when it happened, they interviewed her in the car. She didn't shed a tear. She's standing here in front of everyone. Not one tear. So you want us to believe that she's missing sleep at night, up and crying? Ladies, save it.
Time. And now she has nothing. You know, she's not sleeping. She's not eating. You know, only thing we can do is just pray for her and try to get her some mental health. The panic attacks.
Listen, you see what he just whispered? The panic attacks. If you're the mom and you know as far as, according to her, right, that her daughter is not sleeping, her daughter is up at night, she's crying, would you not remember that the main important thing that your daughter is having panic attacks? No, you have to be told what to say. Just like he had to read what's on the paper. This is...
are occurring every day. I don't know how to console her in it because we never been through anything like this. It's different, you know. So if y'all know someone that could help us, please reach out and let us know.
Look on the back of your Medicaid card and call that 1-800 number or whatever number it starts with, whether it be 188 or whomever, and ask them for a provider within your plan and HMO. Okay? You need a counselor, psychiatrist, or psychologist. You don't need us to give you any referrals. Look on the back of that card and get the information.
Please.
Thank you so much, Ms. Robertson. What they relay is the littlest things, the smallest things will cause Felicia to go into a panic attack. I know Kareem Ali was talking with them and she saw his favorite toy that he got for his birthday. And she went into a panic attack where she couldn't breathe. And he had to get her mother to her right away.
I cannot sit back and endure or watch any more of this stuff. Everybody up there, they want to receive some type of money from a civil action lawsuit. Let's call it what it is. The attorney who's representing her, he seems like he doesn't even know what's going on too much without reading a piece of paper. The mom who gave birth to her, she doesn't even know what's going on. She has to be reminded what to say. The girl herself, Alicia, she's standing up there, non-emotional. Give me a break. It makes absolutely no sense. The takeaway from this situation is this: stay your ass away from people who may have a negative influence on your life. Stay away from negative friends. And with that being said, that's all I got to say, my loves. Don't forget to share, subscribe. And if you receive a hype, send your girl on over a hype. Hype these videos on up. Thank you so much for subscribing. But for now, Tammy Reaction TV signing out.